Can you beat Final Fantasy VIII using a class system? As many players know, it's super easy to exploit this game's mechanics and become very overpowered very early on. So, if you're looking to add a new level of challenge to the experience, I highly recommend trying this run for yourself. I'm not going to over-explain too much, let's just jump straight into the rules of the challenge so that we can see what we're working with. Rule number 1. Characters can only equip specific Guardian forces and magic spells based on their assigned job roles, which we will be discussing very shortly. Rule number 2. No summoning GFs. They are far too powerful and we want to keep this challenge as difficult as possible. By preventing GF summoning, we are forced to rely more on each character's unique stats and spells to carry us through the journey. Rule number 3. No card mod. Card mod can be used very early on in the game to get some of the most powerful spells and completely break any difficulty that this game might have. This is an obvious no-no for this challenge. Rule number 4. Characters can draw spells for others in your party but cannot use them for themselves and must be transferred to the character to whom the spell belongs to. The party member you're drawing magic for must also be in your party. This adds an extra layer of difficulty when trying to collect all of the magical spells. You might face a boss with a very valuable spell, but if the right party member isn't present to draw it, you'll be forced to leave the spell behind and hope that you can find it again later in the game. Rule number 5. No limit breaks. Again, they are too powerful and very easy to exploit. Quistis is an exception to this rule, and you'll find out why that is very soon once we go over the characters and their roles. Let's start off with our main character Squall, and I've assigned him the job role of a knight. Squall's primary role as a knight revolves around dealing offensive damage to enemies. He's built to maintain a balanced mix of stats, allowing him to switch between physical and magical attacks with ease. His elements are wind and lightning, and his guardian forces reflect this. You've got Quazactyl, Quazactyl. The big electric bird. Him and Bahamut are both flying creatures, while Pandemona is literally the god of wind. Electric Flying Bird is one of the weakest GFs in the game in terms of what stats you can junction to and what abilities she can learn, meaning Squall starts off the game at a very big disadvantage. To make matters worse, you can't swap him out for any other party member, increasing the difficulty of this challenge, especially since other characters are generally stronger and have much more useful utility. His magic includes all of the thunder spells, Aero, Tornado, Drain, Blind and Sleep. With a decent magic stat, Squall's offensive spells will prove useful, and his ability to heal while attacking enemies with Drain adds an extra layer of survivability. Sleep and Blind are more situational, mostly serving as stat boosting options through junctions early on in the game. We're going to move on now to Squall's sexy teacher Quistis, and Quistis takes on the role of a blue mage, and as such is the only character able to use her limit breaks, since the ability to learn magic spells from enemies is a core trait of the blue mage. This limit break usage proves invaluable throughout the run, though it never feels too overpowered. Stat-wise, Quistis is fairly balanced, but will be focusing heavily on her spirit stat, which boosts her magic defense. Her elemental affinity is ice, so Shiva is her primary guardian force. Quistis is sexy, Shiva's sexy, it all made sense in my head, you know? However, she can also make good use of Cactuar and Eden in the late game. The blue mage archetype is a bit unpredictable and doesn't fit neatly into any traditional fantasy class roles, and thus these GFs feel like the best match for that motif. Quistis can use all of the ice-based spells like Blizzard, Blizzara, Blizzaga, along with Scan, Bio, Break, Meltdown and Pain. While her early game spells are somewhat underwhelming, once she gains access to Bio, Meltdown and Pain, she becomes a more formidable magic user. These spells give her some decent offensive capabilities, as well as above average status inflicting options that prove useful in certain battles. Next up is my main boy Zell, and Zell uses his puny twink fists to crush his foes, and thus the monk role feels the most fitting for him. The primary stat we'll be focusing on is strength, and his GFs reflect this, with his primary GF Ifrit allowing him to junction to his strength stat, as well as having access to strength boosting abilities. His other GF Cerberus feels strong, energetic, and a little bit crazy, much like Zell himself. His element reflects that of his primary GF, as he can use all fire spells as well as Berserk, Double, Triple, Aura, Meteor, and Flare. Although Zell is primarily a physical damage dealer, he still has access to some incredibly powerful spells. Berserk is great for maximizing his physical damage output, while Double and Triple are extremely valuable tools for the party's magic casters. Meteor and Flare are mega damage dealing spells, though Zell's low magic stat limits his ability to use them to their full potential. Aura is almost useless as a magic spell throughout this run, but it can be junctioned to his stats to very great benefit, and it is still useful when cast on Quistis, since she can use her limit breaks. Yeah, Zell is a very powerful character in this run. He is all about dishing physical damage, and he does it all very, very well. Okay, next up we have Selphie. Selphie is a stinky poo-poo head, but she is also our white mage. Her primary guardian force is Siren, which along with Leviathan aligns her with the water element, and then Alexander also fits her white mage role as he's all about holy damage, a classic spell among the white mage's arsenal. We'll be prioritizing her magic stat, though she also has an incredibly high spirit stat, and the ability to defend against status effects using Siren's status effect defense junction. That is a mouthful. As a magic focused character, Selphie has access to the widest range of spells, including all of the cure spells, water, silence, life, regen, Ezuna, dispel, full life, and holy. Her role revolves around defense and ensuring your party members stay healthy and ready to fight. While she won't fully utilize her high magic stat offensively until the late game, once she gains access to holy, she becomes a powerful force to be reckoned with. In this game, there's no Waterra, Waterga, so she's limited to just water through the early game, so she can't really utilize that high magic stat. But don't worry, she will be able to later on. Selphie kinda sucks. She's one of my least favorite characters, and she's not the most useful in this game, because you can kind of just rely on items to do all of your healing, but it's nice to have her there as backup. But I don't really use Selphie much this run, I'll be honest. But, you know, she's there, and she loves trains. Moving on. Okay, next up we have Renoa. So Renoa is Squall's girlfriend, and she may or may not be disguised as an evil witch hellbent on trying to destroy the world. But that's just a silly theory, right? Whether this theory is fact or fiction, it is the inspiration for her class, which I've dubbed the Dark Rogue. Her element is gravity, and she specializes in all the dark and evil spells, which is reflected in her GFs. DIABLOS was the obvious choice for her primary GF, as he represents the literal devil, and her other GFs, Doomtrain and Tonberry, are both very evil looking and emo aesthetic, as well as being GFs that are both super fast and incredibly slow, fitting into that time aspect of her role. The primary stat we'll be focusing on for Renoa is her speed, as she has the ability to manipulate time, which ties into the rogue aspect of her class. She also boasts a high magic stat, allowing her to dish out significant damage with her spells later in the game. Her spell arsenal includes Demi, Def, Zombie, Haste, Slow, Stop, and Ultima. While Demi, Def, and Zombie are less useful, her time manipulation abilities provide great utility, and once she gains access to Ultima, she becomes a serious threat to any opponent. Yeah, super fun. I love the class I came up with for Renoa. It feels very fitting, it feels unique, feels kind of similar to the Dark Mage role we came up for Vincent in the Final Fantasy VII Challenge Run video, which if you haven't checked out, you can check out around here somewhere. It's a lot of fun. Go watch that if you want. But finish this first. Okay, next up is Irvin. And Irvin is a gun-slinging, sexy cowboy man, and he's also our super defensive tank character. To fulfill this role, we'll be focusing heavily on his vitality and HP stats, ensuring that he can protect the weaker party members. His primary GF is the Brothers, enhancing his tanking abilities, allowing him to absorb damage meant for others, which suits his role perfectly. His secondary GF Carbuncle is known for casting Reflect on all allies, though we won't be using summons in this run. However, its defensive utility makes it a fitting choice for Irvin. It also gains access to the counter ability, which when coupled with the cover ability, allows him to defend other characters and then strike back with his counter. Super powerful stuff. Irvin's element is Earth, representing strength and stability, much like his role as a sturdy tank, and this is also linked to his primary GF, Brothers. His spell lineup includes Quake, Protect, Shell, Float, and Confuse. While Quake is a powerful offensive spell, Irvin's low magic stat limits its effectiveness. However, his other spells are incredibly useful for keeping the party well defended, helping to mitigate damage and keep everybody protected during tough fights. So that is everything you need to know about all of the characters, their abilities, their stats, their strengths and weaknesses. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy the roles I came up with, and I hope you guys enjoy this challenge run. It's a lot of fun, but without further ado, let's get on with the run. This is JamSack's Final Fantasy VIII challenge run video. Let's go! After one of the coolest intros in gaming history, we meet our protagonist Squall, or as I've named him, I'm gonna call him Squirrel, because it's like Squall, but it's Squirrel. Hey Squirrel.
Bring back my squirrels.
Little does Squirrel know that he is about to embark on an epic journey to save the world, but first he must pass his seed exam with some help from his instructor Quistis. Ah! There she is. Stunning. Goddess. Gorgeous. Icon. Legend.
And she is the moment.
She was always my favourite because she had a whip and glasses and she's like nerdy but sexy. And I vibe with it. I'm currently playing the HD remastered version of Final Fantasy VIII on the PlayStation 4, which updated many of the character models. While it's awesome to see these characters in full HD, it's also a little bit jarring since a lot of the NPCs didn't quite get the same treatment. Also, why is this queen at the front? Do you see her? Why is she so much more pixelated than the girl next to her? What happened to her? Oh yeah, did you just come from that class? I need to give her a room.
Nope.
A room? I need to give her a voice. I just transferred here. Do you think you could give me a quick tour of this garden? No. Oh, bummer. That's too bad. Well, see ya. Ask someone else, hun. Like, I'm not the one. I'm busy. I got stuff to do. So for now, Thunder for Squall and Blizzard for Quistis, because she has Shiva and he has Quazactyl or whatever it's called. Makes sense, right? There she is. Hey, queen. Oh, okay. What are we naming Quazactyl? Because I can't say that. He looks very phallic and he has wings. So like, Peen bird? I think peen bird. Because he does look like a peen. Peen bird. Peen bird? Oh, now we need to name Shiva. She's like a sexy ice queen, so let's call her Bob. Or are we crazy? Do we go for 10 minutes? I'm gonna go for 10 minutes. I'm feeling crazy. We load Quistis up with some blizzards to prepare for our first boss fight against the Fire Lord Ifrit. Since this is the first boss battle of the game, it's not too tough. We hit Ifrit with the blizzards we just drew, exploiting his weakness to ice, while Squall focuses on attacking. We heal with potions whenever needed, and then boom, Ifrit goes down. Now we've got our third GF, although Ifrit won't be too useful to us until we have access to Zell, so he will just be chilling in our inventory in the meantime. Flame, fire, Bernie, his name's Bernie, Bernies. His name is Bernies. Oh my god, more tutorials. I thought there was something else I needed to go over with you before you take the seed exam. Oh yes, taking care of your girlfriend. This is something you have to watch out for. Yeah, how do I take care of my girlfriend? Girlfriend tutorial, here we go. I know how to take care of my girlfriend. I'm amazing at it. I'm the best. My girlfriends are in great condition.
You are gay.
12 seconds later.
Here comes my boyfriend. Come on, Zell.
Look at the material.
This is the band for me. I can't explain it. That's cool. Maybe that's why I like him. But the hair, the face, the tattoo. It's terrible, awful, but I love it. Zell's limit breaks. Let's have another tutorial. As if I don't already know how to do this. Here he is, bad boy and his two little friends. I hate when people wish me luck. Save those words for a bad student that needs them. Good luck, Cypher.
Oh! Oh my god. We've got to go to a commercial. Rainbow!
This is why I love her. She really did that. She read him. So good. This mission is awesome. Seed is awesome. What has happened to Sid? Why does he look like this? Sir? Are you okay? Why is Quistis like normal and Sid is literally like a blur? Yo, Squirrel, show me your gunblade, will ya? Is that a euphemism? Come on, man, whip it out. Just a peek. Show me the gunblade. Go on, show it. Get it out. Under your zipper. I mean, get your gunblade out. Say something, will ya? What's on your mind? I don't want to get my out. Leave me alone.
It's just malicious, just gay tree that I just was not thinking we were going to run into here.
Stop that. It's annoying. Chicken worse.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Damn, he called him a chicken worse. Sick burn. Okay, let's try it. Made it. Okay, the time has come for us to take our final seed exam, and it is very, very important that we listen to every word this lady says, so we know what we're dealing with in this mission. Yeah, okay, we got it. Badass. Now that we have Zell in our party, we can stock up on some fire spells, which we can junction to his strength stat. And then it is time to pick up my favourite character of all time. Her hair is stupid, she falls over all the time, which is dumb. I suppose this is supposed to be cute.
Cause you're not that cute.
I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying it. So now we have our first actual hard boss battle against Biggs and Wedge. Selphie doesn't have access to any GFs yet, but she will receive Siren by the end of this fight. For now though, she's just a damage sponge that can attack for very little amounts of damage. This means she can't draw any Ezunas from Biggs, but don't worry, Squall and Zell can handle that. As she is in the party, we can draw with them and simply transfer them to her at the end of the battle. Apparently not having a GF equipped prevents you from using items because reasons, I guess. In fact, I'm going to use a potion on Selphie when it's her turn. Oh, she can't use a potion because I forget. She does not exist. We off they go. Okay, so now it's time for the first actual boss battle against Mr. Bat Demon Spiky Penis. And this guy carries the double spell, which is super useful for Zell. After drawing a few doubles, I quickly realised that Spiky Penis here can deal some serious damage with his Stone Breath attack. Yikes! Okay, everybody needs to heal. Let's do that. I don't really care if Selphie dies. Not the nicest thing to say, but she's useless at the moment. Since Selphie can't cast Cure yet, we're stuck relying on potions, which we don't have many of. It's clear this fight has become a race against time. We need to take him down before we run out of potions. I could farm for more potions from the guards in the previous room, but that would level up our characters, and in Final Fantasy VIII, leveling up is actually bad. If you didn't know already, enemies scale with your level in this game, so it's best to keep your level low while farming for powerful spells to boost your stats. High stats and a low level is the way to go about this game, but it also means that we'll need to flee from most battles and we'll miss out on precious AP points and items. It's a strange mechanic that almost ruins the game, but playing with these rules keeps it balanced and adds a real challenge. Anyway, I got greedy trying to draw more doubles for Zell, and this happened. Could this be our first game over? Maybe. Okay, she's dead. No, we don't need to revive her. She doesn't have a GF to level up at the moment anyway. We will, however, revive Squall. No, we won't. We'll die. Okay, there's our first game over. Yikes. Our first game over on the second boss battle of the game. This is not looking too good for us, but it's okay, we can try again. We have no limits to the amount of deaths we can have, and in a way, I'm glad we died, because it means that this is actually difficult, right? This time, I'm going into the boss battle being a lot less greedy. I only draw a few Ezunas, just enough so that Selphie can use them in any battle that she might need them. And then of course, once Biggs and Wedge go down, we have Mr. Spiky Demon Penis Dude again, and we are going to be way less greedy. We're not going to draw that many doubles. In fact, I only draw twice, just to get enough doubles so that Zell has some that he can use, and then we just go out on the all offensive. And even with us going on the all offensive, this is still a difficult boss battle. Do not hit Zell. Hit Zell, okay. With 6 potions in our inventory, we are very, very limited with the amount of time we have, and we also only have Zell with his strength junction doing some good damage. And of course Selphie is just there doing absolutely nothing. It was looking like this might be over. I have no idea how much HP this guy has, but then this happened. We have no more potions left. Are we gonna have to start grinding for potions? He's dead. We're fine. We did it. Good lord. I feel like this game will hopefully get easier as we go along, and this is the hardest it will be.
Sure, Jan.
We did it though. It's super easy. So maybe let's just name her SpongeBob. So we got Bob and then we got SpongeBob. Yeah, that makes sense. Cool, we have SpongeBob. Great. Oh no, what are we gonna do? If only there was a badass sexy teacher to help us. Oh, oh my god, there she is. It's dope. You can't deny it, it's dope. Well, I'm just glad nobody got hurt.
Flashback.
Is she just gonna scream at me? Rage! 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 Okay. I don't think it's the best love story the game has ever written, the series has ever written. But a lot of people seem to think so, and it's sort of known as the love Final Fantasy. I just don't see it, you know? Here we go. You ever been to a wedding? And it's usually somebody's mum, the bride's mum, and she's like, come on, dance, and she's calling you over, and you're like, I can't. And then you're stuck dancing with a mum for like 2 hours, when all you want to do is sit and eat cake. It's giving that energy. But let's go meet our hot teacher in the secret area, because she doesn't want to bang, she's not up for that, but she just wants us to meet her in the secret area, because reasons. Junction, oh, I know how to junction. Why are you telling me now how to junction? I, Quistis Trape, am no longer an instructor as of now. I'm a member of SEED now, just like you. Who knows? Maybe we'll end up working together. What is up with her hair?
What the fuck is that? I know I ain't crazy.
I wonder where I went wrong. I did my best. Are you listening? Are you done yet? Squall! Squall's an ass. What am I supposed to say about other people's problems? I'm not asking you to say anything. I just want you to listen. Then go talk to a wall. Oh my god! See, if I were Quistis, I would have bitch slapped Squall right in the face after that comment. But she doesn't, she is a graceful queen, and we have this little boss battle here against this bee, which is really not that difficult. Oh yeah. We then take some exams to increase our seed level. Oh my god, I got it right! My seed is now level 6. And Sid gives us the magical lamp, which means we can fight DIABLOS. And I was a little bit apprehensive about this fight because we are very weak and DIABLOS is a very, very hard battle. But I went in with an open mind and thought, hey, let's give it a shot. I'm going to attempt it. I'm probably going to die, so get that death counter ready. I'm going to lose, like I'm just straight up going to lose. I need better magic, I need better things that I'm junctioning. I don't feel like I'm ready, but maybe I should just try it. What do I have to lose? I just add another death to my death counter. Let's give it a go. Who can cast Demi? Renoa. But Renoa needs DIABLOS to draw or do anything. So that's a problem. So maybe Renoa is just a dead character until then. I mean, we can certainly try it. Selfie is just going to cure. Zell and Squall are just going to attack, and we're just gonna see how it goes. Okay, so what I was explaining in that last clip was that the usual strategy for this fight is to draw Demi with DIABLOS to deal massive damage, since Demi deals percentage damage to the enemy based on how much HP the target has. Renoa is the only character who can use Demi, but without DIABLOS she can't even use the draw command, and her next GFs Tonebreed and Doomtrain are not available until way later in the game. We could wait until we get stronger, but the more we level up, the harder DIABLOS gets and the longer it takes for us to be able to use Renoa. It's now or never really. DIABLOS around this level has somewhere between 8,000 and 16,000 HP. It's really hard to actually know how much HP the enemy has. And between Zell and Squall together, we're barely doing 150 damage each round. So as you might imagine, this fight was slow. But I wasn't too worried because I knew I couldn't run out of cures since we can draw them from DIABLOS. I just had to make sure that my party members didn't get KO'd enough times to run out of Phoenix Downs. Luckily, DIABLOS only has 3 attacks he can use. Demi, which is based on our current HP and can never KO us. Gravija, which is a stronger version of Demi that targets all of our characters. Yikes. But still cannot KO us. And his regular physical attacks, which hit rather hard and can KO us. As long as he doesn't use this move too often, we should be okay, but a lot of RNG is needed to win this fight. I had no idea how much health this guy had, but it felt like it would go on forever, as we just don't have enough damage to do anything. But we get into the rhythm with his attack patterns, and we don't get too unlucky, and then eventually, after 20 minutes, DIABLOS goes down after our first try. Big win for us and a little bit of hope after losing to Mr. Flying Bat Penis Man. Too much sleep. What?
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Oh my god. Oh, we did it. That was so long and tedious. Because he tried to Gravijar us and we said Gravijna. So his name's Gravijna. Gravijna. 3 of those. That's all of my money. Oh my god, now I can't buy a ticket. Stupid. Okay, let me just sell some like crap. I'm gonna sell the high potions I just got. Not all of them though. Just enough to get a ticket. That's enough. What a waste of money. It's fine, money's whatever. Let's just get on the train. Oh yeah, my name's... Oh my god, we get to name her. I didn't know we could rename Renoa. So her name's Renoa, so her new name is Ron. With a H, like Ron. Hermione. Is Hermione? Ron and Hermione, but it's spelled Hormion. Hormion is really smart. Oh god. Show us another tutorial, why don't you? Of the limit breaks that we can't even use. We're just unattaching a train and then reattaching another train, doing some passwords. And you get 5 seconds per passcode. Blah blah blah. I remember. It will come back to me as we do it. Like, it's fine. I don't need to listen to any of this.
A few moments later.
Ah, I missed it. Crap. It's nothing. Oh, okay, they're coming. Back up. Go back up. Why can't I go back up? 1, 3. Go! It's nothing. It's fine. Here's a tip. Yeah, okay, it's fine. I got it. This way, Squall. Okay, we're good. Did it. Easy.
You're a liar, a cheater, a sinner, and a homosexual.
Quite amusing, though, for being such amateurs. How dare you insult the president?
That hurt my throat. Let's not do that again. Now we have the boss battle against the fake president, and I wasn't too worried about this one as I knew he was undead, so we could just use Selfie's cures to deal massive damage. I need to cut Selfie some slack because so far she's actually been extremely useful in these last 2 boss battles. I just hate her stupid hair, man. But anyway, after dealing with the first form nice and easily, we stopped dealing damage to stock up on some doubles for Zell. However, I can't waste too much time doing this, as the zombie president likes to inflict several status effects on us, like blind, which is pretty annoying, but it's silence that really ruins this fight, as it means we cannot use cure from Selfie, and we can't draw any doubles. So, after a little bit of draw grinding, we cast double onto Selfie, and use double cure on the enemy to deal massive damage, ending the fight. Cure. Yes! Easy. That's a good number. I'm just going to leave it at that. Oh, Blizzaga. What? I did not know that was there. So, I did set the rule that we cannot draw magic spells from a character that we do not have in our party. Quistis is not in our party, so I'm not going to draw this Blizzaga. Unfortunate. Girl next door. Oh my god. Naughty magazine. What? Oh my god. Why is it so much gil? I'm just going to sell that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this seems like a lot of money to pay just for boobies. But hey. It is a quest item. Oh. Well, I didn't want to do that quest anyway, so. Icon alert. Diva. She is literally a drag queen. Like, this is just a drag queen that has entered the building. Honestly, that entrance was iconic. She just walks through the wall. Besides, you're only a little boy. I'm not. Stop calling me a boy. Stop misgendering me. You don't want to be a boy anymore? I am not a boy. Damn. I didn't realize Cypher was like the first trans character in Final Fantasy, but here we go. Come with me to a place of no return. Bid farewell to your childhood. I'm gonna become a girl now. Bye. I assume that's what's happening. That's what is being suggested. If there's anybody who's gonna help him in that journey, I'm sure it would be a drag queen. So that's the narrative we're going with. There's a war, there's an army, there's seed, there's fighting, soldiers, magic, guardian forces. Everybody's related to each other or grew up in an orphanage together, and then they go to space, and Squall and Renoa fall in love. The story in this game sucks ass. Super duper mega bummer. Ugh.
Oh, Jesus. Gross.
I hate Selfie. I mean, that's like kind of how I talk, so maybe that's why I don't like her. Because she's coming for my gig. She's trying to be me. I think I was in love. I wonder how he felt. Do you still like him? It was last summer. I was 16. Lots of fond memories. Girl, I don't care. I love how she just stops talking there. Everyone's just like, are you gonna give us the tea? I'm not having anyone talk about me in the past tense. That's such a weird outburst to have. Like, that's the issue, is people talking about him in the past tense rather than the fact that he's dead. Here comes a pretty boy. Evan's cute. All the boys in this game are cute. Yeehaw. Yeah, he's adorable. This is Irvin Kinius. He will be your sharpshooter. I may need to switch the party members often. Let me confirm how to go about that. Oh, tutorial for the 500th time. Yay. Just do me a favor and let me be. You get my drift? Uh-oh, drama. Boys, just kiss already. Get all the tension out. Ooh. Oh, cool. Nice, new weapon for Ron. Fundara. Squirrel, you can get that. Defeating DIABLOS was a big win, but it wouldn't be my hardest challenge yet. No sirree. That was still yet to come with brothers, and I knew that these guys were tough, but nothing could have prepared me for how difficult this battle was going to be. I doubted myself with DIABLOS, and look how easy that was, so I think this is going to be equally as easy, right? Sure. How do we defeat brothers? They can heal themselves. We need damage. I have Fundara. Maybe I need double. Let's use this party then, because at least we can double Squall to use Fundara twice. I'm gonna go with this setup and just see how that goes, because double is so powerful. Oh, I don't know where I am now. Uh-oh, have I gotten myself lost? Uh-oh. While we run around this dungeon like a headless chicken, now will be a great time to ask you guys to please like, comment and subscribe if you are enjoying this content. It really helps out the channel and lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. I'm a rather small YouTuber and I put a lot of time and effort into these runs, so your support really goes a long way. Oh, okay. Apparently it's that easy. You just run around and then Bob's your uncle, brother's your brother. So our first boss battle here is against the bigger brother, or should I say the younger brother, who's also the bigger brother. It's a whole thing. It's like a joke, I guess. I don't know. And honestly, this was pretty easy. He can regen his health, but he doesn't regen enough to outdo our damage, and he goes down fairly easily. There is no pulling of the chain. Oh, there is. Oh my god.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, that took way longer than it needed to. Right, now we can get on with it. Okay. Brothers deal a lot of physical earth damage to our characters, so the best way to defend against that is to use Protect or Float, both of which belong to Irvin. Are you starting to see the problem we're going to have here? Irvin, of course, needs to have brothers to junction and use his spells, so we cannot rely on anything useful for this battle. To make matters worse, the smaller brother regens about 350 HP after each attack cycle. We can get through the bigger brother fairly easily if we don't take too much damage and die, but it's almost impossible to outdamage the smaller brother's healing, as we need to reserve one character to using potions and Phoenix Downs whenever necessary. Squall must be in the party, but his physical damage is fairly weak. Luckily, we drew some Fundaras from the nearby city that deal a decent amount of damage, but we run out of those very quickly. Zell can cast Berserk on himself, which deals around 160 damage, but he targets a random enemy and can no longer use items if needed. I chose Ron as our final party member as she needs the AP points to learn Mug, and she has a really good strength stat compared to other party members since we upgraded her weapon. The brothers like to use Mad Cow Special as well as Moa, which deal massive amounts of damage to all party members. The problem with this is that we can only heal one party member at a time. Again, we can grind, but this will only make the brothers stronger too. We inevitably run out of Phoenix Downs and die to our first attempt, but now I know what I'm up against, I can try to plan a little bit better. Going into our second attempt now, and I switch Ron out for Quistis, and my thinking behind this is that we can use Quistis' limit breaks and exploit that for more damage. Keep her at low health and just keep on using Laser Eye to get through the fight. Laser Eye seems to do a random amount of damage, somewhere between 200 and 600 damage, but that is by far the best damage we have at the moment at this point in the game, with the levels and the magic and the things that we have available to us at the moment. So that is the strategy we went with, and I thought it was all going well, but the issue of course with keeping Quistis at low health is that she is very susceptible to dying, and that means that we have to use Squall to cast Phoenix Downs on her, but then he can't be casting high potions on Zell and himself, and Zell needs to have Berserk on him so that he can be dealing enough damage as well. So this is a massive problem, and I was starting to lose a little bit of hope at this point. I need her to be able to survive on Nova and still get her Laser Eye out. Laser Eye. No! Every goddamn time. This is like stressful. I am stressed right now. And of course he's dead again. How many Phoenix Downs do we have? 3. No, like, I can't afford for her to die one more time. Like that's my last Phoenix down, and that, yeah. Need a new strat. At this point, I was clearly getting stressed. I had been streaming for a long time and I couldn't think clearly about how to defeat this enemy. I needed to go away and come back the next day with a fresh mind and doing a little bit of research. So we get our third death, and then it is time for us to try again
The next day.
So, last time we tried to defeat brothers and we were unsuccessful. This time I have an idea. So the idea is to use Quistis and Selfie. Selfie is going to draw life from the taller brother to use on Quistis, so we don't have to rely on Phoenix Downs, but we can still use Phoenix Downs from Squall if we need. I'm trying to draw more Fundara and there isn't any. I just got some for him, so he has a bit more Fundara. He has 4 to use. As I was walking to this city, Shiva, or Bob should I say, learned Vitality Junction. So I've put that with Scan, so now Quistis can hopefully survive more hits. So yeah, feeling a bit more positive. Hopefully we'll get the job done this time, but we shall see.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Game over. Yep. So Quistis actually does more damage than Zell and has more vitality. I think I have to keep Quistis in for damage. But then Berserk was what was really handy. Selfie is good just because she can heal us more effectively, but we do have lots of items that can do that. Let's just try like a much more physical approach to this. Let's go get some more Fundaras because we can use double on Fundara. Ah! Sacrifice some HP to get higher vitality. Sounds good to me. How many? 2! Okay, 6. That means I get 3 rounds of double Fundara. Bring it on! Final time now. I might just die instantly here. This could be a very, very short one. I'm gonna have to heal up with both of these guys. No! Ah! Oh, come on. No! Ugh! I attacked the wrong person. Ah! I clicked on the wrong person. This is terrible. I hate this. We're gonna lie. Nope. We're gonna lose. We're gonna die. Health enough. Okay. That's 5 deaths. I might have to use some Fundaras on Big Bro just to get him down quicker. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Fundara. On this next attempt, I kept the same strategy and just prayed for better luck. In this game, the enemies can spawn at random levels that are somewhat balanced to the average level of your entire party. This includes boss battles, so sometimes you can get unlucky and go up against a higher leveled version of the boss, and sometimes you get lucky and can go up against a weaker version of the boss. It's kind of random and confusing, but the lower your levels, the higher your chances are of encountering a lower level variant. On this attempt, the smaller brother is only dealing around 90 damage with his Moa attack and only healing around 280 HP with his regen, which is a little bit less than he was doing before, but it's that small change in the numbers that makes a huge difference. It means Quistis can stay at critical HP without the risk of dying so easily, and we can even use potions for when her HP gets really low to restore enough health to survive one more hit and stay low enough for her to still be able to use her limit break. So, we use the Fundaras on the bigger brother to get him down as soon as possible. The brothers can only use their Mad Cow special when both of them are alive together, which deals around 300 damage to all of our characters, so the faster we get the bigger brother down, the easier the rest of the fight will be. As soon as he dies, we can focus on managing Quistis' HP with Squall, while Zell stays in Berserk to get the most out of his damage. It takes a while, but eventually we outdamage his healing and get the win. Only 4 deaths and a whole lot of time and energy for one boss battle, but it was all worth it in the end. Had we not got the lower level version of the smaller brother, I don't think this boss battle would have been possible at this stage in the game, but I'm very thankful we did, and that is a huge accomplishment for us, and we are ready to continue on with the game.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Jesus, that was hard. I didn't have to do any grinding. I'm happy. I am happy. Brothers, right. What am I gonna name these guys? A-hole. All in caps, because these guys were trouble. A-holes. We have the a-holes. We can use Irvin. We can draw some protects. We can get some floats. With our biggest challenge thus far out of the way, I think this is a perfect place to leave this episode. Yes, that is right, we are going to be doing this episodically, so if you don't want to miss out, make sure you hit the subscribe button and press the little bell thingy to get notified for when the next part of this series comes out. Special shout out to my Jamily members, Jury Lynn, Francis Coldon, Calcor, Fikujez, Secundus666, Snake Eater Baby, Casey Spadafora, 1RNOA, and a mega super ultra shout out to my super jams, Alexander Lazilla, N, Doc Spateso, Soul Eye, and Frickening. Without the support from you guys, this channel would not be what it is today, so thank you all very, very much. But that's all from me today, guys. My name's been Jamsack. See you guys next time.